Hello, welcome to Michelle Hope Walker Speaks. I am Michelle Hope Walker. I just want to say thank you, Andrew Franco. I just wanted to make sure I had your name right, so I had wrote it down. But thank you. You all, Andrew Franco saved a woman out of her car. She had driven off of the highway or the street and came, down a bank where a car came all the way down. And Andrew Franco said he heard this, he was in his room and he heard this, so he went outside to help. So I just want to say thank you, Andrew Franco, who's in Long Beach. But thank you. I think they're going to be honoring him soon. And then, Andrew, I heard you say you have goals of becoming a let's say, did armed forces or police officer or something of the sort, saving people, something that relates to saving people. I remember that. But the key thing is, I, Michelle Hope Walker, wanted to tell you thank you, because a lot of times, I just think about, well, that was me driving in the car, and sometimes the way things are, the turn is made or something, we could, have an accident. All of us are subject to have an accident. But it's good to know there are good people like you that, when you hear something not right, run to the rescue. And I think that's awesome. And also, the news had talked about that wasn't the first time that you had did that you have actually came out to help save a lot of people that came around that little area. So thank you then for pushing policy, because also in that same news coverage, you talked about that the city needs to put a guardrail there, so that people aren't constantly cars and coming off, into the bank so often. So yeah, because I kept hearing that, you've been going out there numerous of times, and then they also talk about there's been numerous of accidents out there, that they do need a guardrail. So keep pushing for that, because I'm telling you, one person can make a difference. I heard you, so I know other people heard you too, and hopefully the city of Long Beach and where that area is, you can get people rallied up to go to their next public local meeting to ask that they put a rail there. So, but Andrew, I just think that's awesome, because you're a teenager, and I just think that's awesome, because sometimes in this day and age, you all, this is just to everybody, they're always trying to say our teens are running rapid and they're just doing, I was even listening to on the news, the sheriff was talking about how the crime has went down. It was Los Angeles County sheriff was talking about how the crime had went down. But he mentioned something about that teens that are not in school and doing something, and I was just in my mind, just like, why would he go directly to teens? Because, the people that are doing the crimes could be various ages. We shouldn't go directly to that it's teenagers that's doing this, So we have a lot of great teenagers out there. We have a lot of great teenagers out there, and I don't know, he could get that from the studies and statistics and his numbers. I don't know, maybe his numbers, that's what it's showing as majority, at least in the areas that he was talking about, teens that may commit these crimes. But I believe we have a lot of good teens. We have a lot, and Andrew Franco, you are an example of one of them. We have a lot of good teens out there that are focused, going to school, doing what they need to be doing, helping in their community, working, focus on their goals, preparing for college, so, I don't like us to put negative things on teens, because I remember even as a teen, I was active then, and doing the things that I felt God called and told me to do, ministering. I remember, I think when I was 17, I was a youth pastor, just out there, helping the community, just constantly doing a lot of things, working with youth, and, just doing a lot of things. So we have a lot of teens that are doing a lot of great things. So Andrew Franco, I highlight you and thank you for all that you're doing, and keep doing that studying, and keep staying in school and staying focused on what you feel led to do. And I also want to just tell all the teens, thank you for all you teens that are staying focused, because I know it is not easy. I know it's not easy. I know that at times it may seem challenging, especially when you focus and you trying to do what's right, and sometimes you see elements, around you that are not trying to do what is right. But I want to encourage you to stay focused, because it pays off. Stay focused, because it pays off. as a teen, I may have had different challenges, different things I experienced, but I stayed focused. I had a great family that helped me to stay focused. I graduated from high school, went on to college, and just have stayed focus on whatever season God has for me and what I should be doing at that time. So I just encourage all you can do it. You can do it. You don't have to go bad. People, teens gone wild. You don't have to go wild. You can just be happy and be you and celebrate who you are. Have your fun. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, you don't have to turn to those things that are negative that can mess up your future, because what you do now, will have an impact on your future. So again, Andrew Franco, you are a fine example. Thank you for saving lives. Thank you for all that you do. And I hope, people pour into him. Like I said, we want to constantly help all of our youth. So here's one that's on the right path, doing what he needs to be doing. Pour into him. Bless him. Again, I know that because I see where my videos go on other people's blogs and everybody's seeing it. Everybody's seeing it. So again, my call out to you all that have money to spare. Go check with Andrew Franco. See if he needs some college money. Because this kid seems like he focused. He already know what he want to do and where he's going. Donate to him. You know what I'm saying? Here's a kid doing something positive. Donate to what he's doing, to him and his family, and whatever way you can bless him, or, as he talks about what he wants to do in life, see what way you can help him. First go through his parents. I always, because again, all my kids are grown now, but even when they were as teens, I always feel like, you always, and even in working with kids, I've worked with kids 20 years plus, you always go through the parent, and you make sure that the parent is okay with you talking to the teen. You don't just want to start talking to a teen and you haven't addressed their parent, because especially when they're under 18, that parent needs to know who that teen is talking to and what's going on, because unfortunately not everybody is out there trying to help teens. Some people are actually trying to exploit teens. And so but to all you that really want to help, contact the family. You can just Google Andrew Franco. He's in the media right now in the news. I was watching KCAL or CBS News here in Los Angeles. You can Google where he saved a woman. And he used a little knife that I guess was to help open her car door to help get her out or something of the sort. But, pour into, whatever way you can help them, because we need to honor these teens that are doing good. There's a lot of them out there. I mean, it's way more teens doing good than not doing good, but we want to honor. We want to honor them. We want to support them in whatever way that we can to help keep them on the right path. Okay, so I'm your girl, Michelle Hope Walker. You all know I love to honor people. I love to pour into people, because I think sometimes there's so much drama and negativity, but I don't want to focus on that. I want to focus on honoring people and being there for people and helping people. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you're going to fix a meal. One person got the meat, the other person got the side, and the other person got the drinks. Then we all come together and put it all together and, have a meal. And so that's how we help people. It takes a village to raise these kids. And so even as they're a teen, they're still kids. I know sometimes society try to, call them, they're not grown. They're still kids. They are older, and, they have more decision making on their part that they're doing and mapping out planning for the future. But we still need to undergird them. We still need to help them and help their family in whatever way that the family seems fit that we can help them. But we always want to make sure that we're going through the parents and the family, because that family unit is very important for that child. So we always want to make sure that we're going through the family. And so family, I also want to commend you, mom, dad, grandparents, or whoever all the family is that Andrew Franco stays with, because you built in and instilled some positive values in him. We all know as parents, our kids just don't pop up and do things. A lot of times it's how we raise them, as well. And I don't get me wrong, sometimes we have innately certain characteristics and things that are just, in us. It's just going to come to the forefront. But also how we are raised makes a difference. And so most definitely looking at Andrew Franco and listening to him talk on the news, that he's been raised very well. So again, thank you, family. Thank you, Andrew Franco, and you all be blessed, everybody. And if you all can bless Andrew Franco with something, send him a blessing. Contact the news, CBS News or KCAL News here in Los Angeles. I don't know, maybe send it through the news to get To him, because again, he is a minor, so you don't want to be contacting him directly, but you go through his parents. And I'm thinking the news who did the coverage of him would have that information, or maybe they can contact the parents for you and see if the parents are interested. Okay, so I'm your girl, Michelle Hope Walker. Be blessed. Have a blessed day. You can Google search me at Michelle Hope Walker Speaks. Just put in my name, Michelle Hope Walker Speaks. You can follow me on Twitter, Hope_Speaks. You can call me 323-338-6580. That's 323-338-6580. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's Michelle Hope Walker Speaks. Woo! Y'all know I'm always so happy. Happy. I'm just so glad to see everybody doing so great. It's just awesome. You all know I'm that political type person that just out there caring for people. Some always, I get a chance to listen to the news or reading on the updates of what's going on. Because I believe we all really are just one big family. The whole world, all of us are just one big family. And this tool here, the internet, helps us all to reach out to each other, to honor. And I would encourage other people, honor people. Get on here and honor people. Let's not just talk about people all the time, but let's, honor people and give out positive things to people and feedback, because there are a lot of people doing a lot of great things, and we just figure, oh, well, they're doing good, so we don't say nothing to honor them until something goes wrong, and they're like, oh my God, but let's honor people, for the good that they're doing, that they're going after their dreams, that they're doing what they feel led to do. So again, Franco, Andrew Franco, I honor you. I honor you and all the teens around the world that are doing great things. Keep up the good work.